Hey yogis, this is Dennis and thank you for joining us on the mat today. Thank you for sharing your time to better your body and grow your yoga. Just like with our vehicles, like the Mystery Machine, which is in the shop getting some much needed TLC for her upcoming journeys next year, our bodies need TLC. We need to take care of all the little things before they become big things. And today we're going to do just more of a bunch of stretching, getting really loose and limber, not a lot of hard core work. Like to take a day to take it a little easy and then one day to push ourselves a little bit. If there's one thing we know, you'll have a life full of regrets if you don't eventually push yourself a little bit. With that being said, that doesn't mean push yourself into pain. Challenge yourself in different poses without it getting painful. If we're in a pose that's painful, back out and go to child's pose. Or just ease out of the pose just a little bit. Or if we're in a pose a little too long, you're more than welcome to go to child's pose. But today we're not going to worry about that. We're going to be more of a nice balanced stretch. And it all begins with the breath and setting our intent. We've got 20,000 different opportunities a day to come back to our breath and focus on what's happening now, this very minute, with the breath. So stress and job duties and kids and family and just all kinds of things cause your mind to worry and try to figure out how you're going to get this fixed and how you're going to take care of that. Well, the breath helps us get back to our present and be aware and understand that none of those things are important as you. We'll start with some nice relaxing breaths. You can breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Make your way over to tabletop. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Tuck your toes. We're going to warm up our wrist and our ankles and toes just a bit. Our wrists are extremely important foundation when it comes to yoga. Once you hurt them, it takes a really long time for them to heal. Simply because you're always using your wrist. So love on them. See how this feels, easing back and forth. You can just stay forward on them, taking care not to go too far and hurt yourself. Bring your knees in a little bit. Face your fingers towards your knees. Ease your hips back to your heels. Let the palms raise just slightly. Feel that stretch in your forearms. And remembering to stay in the breath. Ease back to your sit bones. Shake it out a little bit. Relax. Back to tabletop. I'm going to take our left arm, extend it straight up to the sky, and then reach down and thread it under your right arm. You can lay your side of your cheek down on the mat. Square your hips around and breathe. Feel that openness in your side, specifically your left side. Ease back out of this, back to tabletop. Extend your right arm to the sky. Thread it under your left. Ease your cheek to the mat. Square your hips back around. Just relax here. Remembering to breathe. Ease out of this, back to tabletop. And go with some extended tabletops. You're going to take your right leg, extend it straight back towards the bottom of your mat. Your left arm, extend it straight towards the top of your mat. And sit here and hold it and breathe. Just warming up the body just a little bit. Getting all those joints strengthened up and warmed up and blood flowing. We'll hold it here for 3 more breaths. And back to center. Now with the left leg, extend it straight out. Then your right arm to the top of your mat and breathe. Remember to turn your left toes in towards your right toes just a little bit to square your body around so it's nice and straight and lengthy. 2 more breaths here. And back to center. I'm going to ease around, get on our sit bones, and find our way to our back. Whichever way is comfortable to get you there. Bring your knees into your chest. Give them a nice hug. And let your knees ease over and relax down to the floor, to the left side of your body. You can take your left hand and place it on top of your knee. Extend your right arm out to the right side of the mat. And have your gaze focused towards your right hand. Feel this stretch. You should feel it right about the middle of your back. And breathe in energy to that spot. Turn your head back, facing up. Use your left hand to help bring your knees back up to center. And let them ease over to the right side. You can take your right hand and place it on your left knee. Extend your left arm to the left side of your mat with your gaze looking towards your left hand. And breathe in energy to your spine. And exhale. Here for 2 more breaths. Take your right hand, place it under your knees, pick them back up to center. And give yourself a big hug through your knees, pulling your thighs towards your chest, relaxing them down. And bring up your right knee, place your left ankle over the knee, and reach up. Thread that needle, grab the back side of your calf. Ease your right thigh towards your belly. Engage your ankles. Your left toes should be pointing back towards your ankle. It's a good habit to stay keeping your ankles engaged. It helps protect your knees. All while remembering to breathe, stay in the breath. Ease your right leg back to the mat. Now switch to the other side. Place your right ankle over your left leg. Reach up, thread the needle, grab the back side of your left leg. Pull your thigh towards your belly. Engaging your ankles, toes pointed towards your knee on your right leg. Here for 2 more breaths. Ease your left leg back to the mat. Bring your heels up towards your hands, which are flat on the mat. I'm going to do some bridge pose. Pushing your hips up to the sky. Breathe in and hold. Push your heels towards the mat. Feel this in the top of your thighs. It's a really nice stretch. Ease your hips back to the mat. And find your way up to your sit bones. I'm going to do Cobbler's pose. I'll face the camera so you can see better, but you can stay facing the same way you were on your mat. Put the bottoms of your feet together. Nice, tall, lengthy spine. The crown of the head raising up to the sky. And grab the bottom of your toes. And just relax here. And breathe. If you'd like a little more out of this stretch here, you can lean your body over and place your hands out. I'm not quite that flexible yet, so I'm just going to sit here and relax. But feel free to take it as far as it feels good. Remember to keep a nice, tall spine, long neck. No, relax into this stretch. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, just relax. . Ease back up. Find your way back over into tabletop. Put your knees as wide as the mat. Touch your toes together. Bring your sit bones back towards your ankles into child's pose. Extend your fingers out. And breathe. Inhale. Feel your belly push into your thighs. Exhale. Feel your hips fall to the floor. Last breath here. Relax your elbows. Come back up into tabletop. We're going to push up into our first downward dog. And you can walk it out, or you can stay static. Your knees can stay bent. They do not have to be straight. As long as you're trying to get a straight line from your hips to your hands. And breathe. Big inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Gaze towards your hands. Walk your hands slowly. Walk your feet slowly, towards your hands. And we're going to stay right here in forward fold. And just ragdoll your head. And just relax. Gently walk your hands towards your left side. Feel that stretch in your right hip. If you need to bend your knees a little, that's fine. If you can go a little further, go a little further. If not, it's okay. Stay where you're at. Gently walk your hands back to center. Take a couple breaths. Now walk your hands towards the outside edge of your right foot. Feel that stretch right through here on your left side. Breathing energy into that stretch. Use your hands back, walk your hands back to center. Bend your knees, belly into your thighs, and roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, into Tadasana. Hands by your side. You can face your palms to the front of your mat. Engage your glutes. And breathe here. Relax. Face the side of your mat. Take your feet out as wide as you can, keeping your toes a little further, more inward than your heels. opening up the back of those thighs. We're going to ease over into a wide-legged forward fold. Take your hands, place it on your hip flexors, trying to keep your hips forward. Just ease your body over and relax. You can place your hands on the mat, on your ankles, whatever feels comfortable. Keep a slight micro bend in your knees so we don't hyperextend. And just relax here. While Teresa and I are on our journeys, we pull over at as many rest stops as we can and just get out and do a few poses, especially this one. It helps so much getting back in the mystery machine and taking off for a couple hours down the road. Place your hands on the mat. Spider lunge, the right. Bend the left knee. Set your heel on the mat, your right heel. Kind of look like Spidey. Extend yourself up. Walk your hands to your right foot. Bend your right knee. Extend the left. A lot of times we forget to keep breathing, but need to breathe energy into these spots that we're working on, so focus on your breath. Ease back to center, back into wide-legged forward fold. Let's see how that feels different here. Come up halfway, extend your spine, breathe in, exhale, back into the fold. Breathe in halfway up, heel toe, your feet. Rise all the way up through the spine into Tadasana. Engage your glutes. Push your heart up to the sky. And breathe. Now let's find our way back down to our mat, to our sit bones, and do a few more really nice stretches that you're going to love, especially after being in a vehicle all day or at a desk. Sit with your legs straight out in front of you. Do a nice seated forward fold. You can reach down and grab the bottom of your feet or your ankles as far as you can go. Remember to keep a slight bend in your knees if you need to keep that there. You're going to feel this in the back of your calves, in your lower back. And lean forward. Breathe in, extend the spine. Exhale into the fold. Remember, don't stretch so much to where it's painful. Stretch to where it's good for you, but keeping in mind to challenge your body just a little bit. Don't go all the way to the wall or over that wall, but just before it. go through life without challenging your body, you might have regrets. But keep in mind, challenging your body does not mean to hurt your body. Gently relaxing, coming up out of this stretch, slowly feel your spine and be aware. Ease your way to your back. After some forward back bends, I like to do some reverse or some bridge pose. Bring your heels up to your fingertips. Push your hips up to the sky. Feel this in your thighs, pushing your heels to the floor or the mat. And breathe energy into those areas. Ease your hips back to the mat. Find your way up onto your sit bones. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. Take your left foot, place it over your right knee. Reach your arms to the sky. Then to the left, place your left hand behind your back, your right elbow over your left knee. On your inhale, extend your spine. Exhale into the twist just a little bit more. This seated supine twist is really good for the middle of the back. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale into the fold or the pose or the stretch just a little bit more. Bring your gaze back to your front. Release. Right leg up over the left knee. Hands to the sky. Twist the body. Right arm, right hand to the mat. Left elbow to the right knee. Breathe in. Extend your spine. Exhale into the twist. Just a little further. Remember to challenge your body without overextending into the pose. And this is supposed to feel good, not hurt. Bring your gaze back to forward. Release. And just lay your arms over your knees for a second. And feel your body. Listen to what it's telling you. Find your way to your back again. Into Savasana, our corpse pose, which is our final pose. Let's get back to our breath. Relax here. These stretches, I don't have a clock on me. I'm assuming took about 20 minutes. You can do these after work. You will thank yourself so much. Your body will thank you. Your mind will thank you. Just lay here in stillness and feel how your body is reacting to those stretches. And lay here in silence for another minute. Or you can lay here as long as you like once the video's ended. Bring your hands up, palms together to your heart. Bring your thumbs between your eyebrows to your third eye. And take this throughout the rest of your evening, in the breath, in the moment, and being aware. Remember the light and the love in me honors and respects the light and the love in you. And thank yourself for showing up to the mat today. Namaste. Now if you're still in the video, watching this video,